We are here. We're here, guys. It's time. Enough is enough with this stock motor BS, all right? 242 horsepower. That's what we got out of the stock TSX motor. Stock throttle body, stock RBC, just 1,300 IDs and some corn. 242 horsepower. I believe the torque was, you guys will remember because we vlogged it. I think the torque was around 180, high 180s, maybe low 190, whatever the case may be. We're going to tear this car down. We're going to try to improve from 242 horsepower. Throughout this experience, we're going to teach you a whole bunch. This guide right here. Guys, we are tearing down a perfectly fine car. It runs great. It's fun. Anyone that's driven it, anyone that's been around it can tell you it's a fun car. But what is our flaw as people that have these cars as a hobby? We want to go faster, and we're going to do that. So I'm going to tear this car down. Trappy is on his way. We might give you a little sneak peek at something today, too. I said pause. There it is, because I just said I said pause. Whatever the case may be, I'm excited. I'm glad to be back in front of the camera. I'm glad to be vlogging. I'm glad to be giving you guys some motivation and along the way some laughs. So if you can, if you will, smash that like button. Show your boys some love. I'm working for it. Let's start gunning. All right, now. All right, guys. All right, guys. All right. All right, so. All right, guys. Yep, all right, guys. All right, so. Okay, boys. You got something to say, 40? Yeah. Hi. Project Driver. 242 horsepower. Stock Acura TSX motor. You got heat in it. Stock Z3 transmission with the VSS wire. Remember, we showed you guys how to do it. Stock throttle body. Stock RBC not ported. 1,300 cc ID injectors. PLM big tube header with a megaphone. That's it. Is it a horsepower gainer? The AC power steering delete kit? I'll say it's good for about 2 to 5 horsepower. Less resistance, less rotational mass on the crank, which means that it spins faster. You know what the secret to this car is to me? Is the clutch. Now you're probably laughing at me. This car revs so fast because I put an aluminum clutch on it. Now, I always sell you guys chrome ollie flywheels because the aluminum clutch, the aluminum flywheel doesn't do great on slicks, and that's why this car is barely on slicks. One time when we went to the track, but most likely it's going to be a street car with Toyo Proxy 888s on it. I wanted to give you that part just in case you wanted to get to this area right here. You know what, Aki? I'm happy with 240 plus horsepower. There's the blueprint. RSX Type S oil pump. I cannot forget that. Good? Ready to go? I can drop the fluids and I'll tell you one thing, guys. This weather is not letting up. It's about 23 degrees outside right now. It's freezing. But we got this door closed and it's holding up. Now, I did change the oil and all we did was go back and forth in and out of the garage. I really haven't driven this car after that oil change that we did. Remember that maintenance job we did? I don't know. It's probably going to be milky because of just been sitting with that corn in it. And it looks like it is. Let's see. Yep, it is. That's crazy. Full milkshake right now. And we did not drive the car anywhere. All we did was back it out of the garage. That's a good thing though, because I'm glad I didn't go beat on it and hurt something on the motor. Which I gotta learn how to shut off that notification. It keeps happening, and I went to notifications on preference, and I don't know, whatever, I'll figure it out. I guess I'll YouTube it. I'm gonna drop this oil down. We're gonna drain all the fluids, out of the transmission too, because we're swapping out the transmission and I don't want an oily transmission. So that's basically it. Fluids first, and then we'll start disassembling the car. Not the big 19, but it's a 17. Dropping that trans fluid, boys and girls. Alright, took off that oil filter. I left a rag up there so it doesn't keep leaking down. I tightened that guy back up. I emptied out as much as I can out of the oil pan and oil filter basically. So right now I'm just dumping this transmission fluid that held up really, really well. I think this was Honda manual transmission fluid or Castrol high mileage 10W30, but it held up. It's pretty good. Obviously you guys know about this transmission. That second gear is hurt, so we'll take this one out. I'll send this to get fixed, and I have a spare fresh one right here that I just got to change the shift mech on, and that's what's going to go on to the new setup. But so far so good. Still in the fluid stage. I also dropped the V-band on the megaphone here. That's out. Best sounding exhaust in the world ever. Thermal Research. This is my favorite exhaust of all time. This and the Apex World Sport 2. The only problem with the Apex World Sport 2 is it only comes, I believe, in 2.5 inches pause max. The Thermal Research comes in a full 3 inch. My favorite exhaust of all time. Write down in the comments, what's your favorite exhaust of all time? That's my vote. Trappy's
like
here.
Pavement.
Trappy's here. And we've got a frozen 19 in there. Well, 17. Loosened up the ball joint, loosened up the traction bar. We're going to drop the traction bar also with the radiator, because when we put our vane engine stand, this alternator is going to hit this traction bar. So we're going to remove the traction bar. Finish removing. We're doing the entire bottom of the car right now because we're here, but
got it.
Real easy. This motor is halfway out. Done with the bottom. Axles are out. Traction bar is off. Header's disconnected. We can move to the top, Trap.
Sir.
Pause. So we've got this top hose holding it up with our worm clamps. What else we got in the way over there? We got our fan plug, right, Trap?
Yeah. I'm gonna disconnect it right now.
Disconnect that fan plug. We'll get rid of the radiator. Maybe a little leakage right now. And then, oh, I tucked it over there. It's under the headlight. Yep, it's tucked there. So, oh, not that bad. Yep, ready to come out. Let me get rid of this before we hurt this harness. For the air temp. Good to go. Radiator's out. We'll move on to the intake. We got it held up by worm clamps. I think these are 10s. They're usually 11s. I think one of these is 10s. Yeah, it's this one. That's the one I want to take off. Get our trusted Milwaukee. This gun's great. You need this around at the shop, guys. Trust me, man. This is a really, really good unit. It's better than the Snap-on one by far. 100%. Push that T-bolt clamp back. I'll disconnect this here so we don't rip a wire off. Done. That's out of the way. We can move on to slave, shifter cables, coolant hoses, grounds, and it's a come out it. So we've got our two heater core hoses off. We took all our grounds off of the engine and transmission. I just undid the shifter cables, so that's going to pop up there. This is going to pop up over here. We're going to just tuck that back here somewhere nice and out of the way for now. Usually behind the brake master cylinder, or right there. Make sure this guy don't go flying on us. But so far so good. We need a 12 mil for the slave I'll knock that out right now. As a matter of fact, I'll do it on camera with you. Pause. I said pause, man.
Pause, keep pause.
Trap. I said pause.
Keep pause.
Okay? There goes that. We get this guy out of the way. We're gonna build a box soon, in a little bit, for our nuts and bolts. Now, when I said nuts, do I have to say pause?
Nah, because you followed it up with bolts.
Nuts and bolts, so I don't have to say pause.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pause anyway, just in case I offend anyone
Right.
on the pause. Brake booster. Strap. Hold out the freeze plug. Nail it.
Good thing we got a manifold.
We got a manifold. Whoa!
Charge harness is up.
Charge harness is off. We'll have to undo that battery. I'll jump inside, pause, unplug the K-Pro,
To go with the 10.
and we'll be done with that. Pass this on with a 10. You guys having fun? You guys having fun, or this is boring? Old Reliable's coming out, Trap. Old Reliable's coming out, God.
This car was due for a refresh, though. Bro. We've been
Nah,
beating
it
the
was
life out of
time.
it for how long?
It was time. It was definitely time. We got here. Let me show my peoples here. We got a fuel line there. Old Reliable. A killer. This car took every beating possible.
Didn't break. We're
Every
taking it
beating-
apart
every
because we're
beating
bored.
possible. Did Vicky drive this?
Nah, I would have washed him anyways. Anything he would have done.
He didn't drive this?
Nah, I don't think
He never took it for a pass?
Nah.
No, I think he did.
Nah, not this.
You know, Vicky did one of those, comes to the shop, just gets in, oh, I heard this is tuned.
That's how he smokes.
Yeah, I heard this is tuned.
Y'all
Go ahead,
tune
guys,
this?
clean up the floor for us, buddy. Yeah, clean up that floor.
12mm extension.
That's out. What do you need a 12? Oh, for the battery tray?
Yeah.
You do have, I don't think you gotta take it out.
Battery tray?
No, look,
You can reach it?
the harness goes here. Look, truck. Yeah, leave that there. All right, then jump inside, unplug the K-Pro, send that harness back out, and it's just motor mounts. Okay, harness unplugged out of the car. Lay it right on top of here. We'll go get our vane engine stand set up, or you want to drop it on the dolly?
No, we got a stand.
Nah, let's drop it on the dolly. Because if we
Hood
go
style?
get, yeah, we gotta do hood style. You know why? Because we gotta get this motor on an engine stand.
Oh, yeah.
Because we gotta take off the head and whatever. I say we use our dolly, drop it onto there, nice and easy. Unplug, unplug what we need to do, and that's it. So, motor mount in the back. This guy already loosened. It's ready to go. That one, out. Okay, motor mounts are loose. We just gotta unbolt the transmission side. This guy can slide out. I'll take a 17 for this one. You can use the 1/2-inch gun. I'll use the 17 on this guy. Perfect. Perfect. I might be able to help you with this one too. Maybe I'll just do this first one. Now you just gotta get those two and we're done. PD! PD!
Big PD.
Use that light. It's the right time.
It's time.
Man. Straight up, right?
We're home.
One chop. How Spanish people say it? One chop.
One time.
One chop. One chop, papa. Yeah, cabrón. Man, you did so good. You did so good. You served your purpose. You made a bunch of people go K-Series. You made a bunch of people know how to install you. Now it's time to make you faster, huh? Now it's time to make you faster. I'd like to get rid of this sway bar. That's one. This is a drag car. I ain't doing too much turning with this. We're going to strip this engine as much as we can on this stand to get it ready for an engine stand, because obviously we're going to change the cylinder head. We're also going to take a peek at this engine bay, see if we can improve some things. But that's fairly it. We've got 2 ball joints to fix. You guys seen me fix these. I fixed them. And the boots took a poop. But all in all, table full of tools. That's all our bolts. We're not missing nothing. Get a box for this. Stay organized, Trappy.
Always stay organized.
Stay organized.
Big key to working.
Look how easy this was. I didn't break a sweat. Neither did the Trappy buckets. But let's move this motor. Me and Trappy right now are just taking off our accessories. Basically our header, intake manifold. Nice and easy. I loosened some of these up already. Swivel 14. Goes a long way. We got a cup here to take all our bolts. We don't want to lose nothing. Joe. 3. I gotta turn this guy down. He's on kill. He's on 50-50. He's on the 50-50. What a bunch of assholes, Trap. Perfectly fine setup. This car would run another 2 years, no problem.
That's what happens when we get bored. Gotta do shit. Terrible idea.
Wow, looks great in there. Yeah, burned good. Intake side's money.
Yeah, intake is nice.
No, burned good. Nice. Real clean. You could tell our injectors ain't clogged though.
Yeah.
Look how clean that spray pattern is.
Yeah, nice.
That's sick. That's awesome. All right. Intake manifold's off. Header is off. Take off these water pipes, Trap. Pause. Take off the half shaft. Finish that up. Release. Whoa. Whoa, buddy.
Wow.
Lock that in. That was me. I set you up. There it is. There it is. That would have been a big, big disaster. What do you got here? Trying to think this one out.
I think we could take the
Transmission off, right? All right, let's do half shaft transmission and go from there. Transmission time, Trap.
Moment of truth.
Now remember this. This is a stage 3, right?
3. What is it, aluminum flywheel?
Aluminum flywheel.
Yep.
242 horsepower. We beat the life out of it on street tire.
Slicks.
On slicks.
Fastest coupe in the world.
You said it.
Yeah.
Let's see how this clutch held out.
It's a moment of truth right now.
Let's see how this action clutch held out after all that abuse. You know who we needed for this job? Kangri. If Kangri was with us?
Kangri Koto.
Kangri Koto, cabrón. So far, so good. Discs look intact.
Wow. Trap, can you look at this view right here? Look at.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on,
Sure.
hold on.
Oh, breathe, get your life. Hacho, cabrón. Eche aire.
Yo, nah, those pads look great.
Yo, they
Trap.
held up.
No
They held
way.
up. We'll hook up a gunner with this. We'll hook up some gunners with the intake manifold. The clutch is still good. All right, let's unbolt this clutch and really look at these pads.
It's about to get better.
Oh boy, I was just saying off camera, the lighting's good over here. Trappy hit us with it. You see that old thread lock coming off of there every time, guys.
Every time. Don't skip that
Don't
part, guys,
skip the
please.
thread lock, man. Now again, go over here, Trap. Months of abuse, man. Last one. Put your fingers on that disc. It'll stab you. Let's see what you're about, action.
Wow. That's crazy, bro.
You see what I was talking about, guys, before I took off the clutch, right? I told you, some of you guys are probably like, damn, Aki, why don't you suggest the aluminum clutch too? Because you see the marks that it makes on, this is from the slick strap.
Yeah.
This is from you preloading the car. Get some light here. Dale. You see this? This is still fine. I'm going to reuse it. I'm just going to scuff this down a little bit, just clean it up, but we're reusing this flywheel. Do you see why now, Gunners, when I suggest to get the chromoly one? It may be a little bit heavier, but if the chromoly one would have been on the slick, it wouldn't have made these hot spots because of all the preload in it. Now, this clutch kit is perfectly fine. We're good to go.
You can even see some of the pads. They still have the copper, like
you could see
factory,
it right there on the corner. Clutch held up great, man. Thank you so much, Action. Look at the bottom
of these pads.
They
They're
didn't
still
even
new.
You know what? Granted, Trap. Well, how many miles do you think we got on this car? 1,000?
I want to say like 1,000, 1,500 at least.
1,500? No.
Yeah, we. Remember
I took it to a
driven in
few
places,
car meets. Yeah. Held up, man.
Nah, that's
Held
great.
up. I love it. Yeah, I'm happy with it, man.
Thank you, Action.
Thank you, Action. Love you guys. Eric, love you, man. Work smart, not hard, boys and girls. The famous chain. Remember I almost tore the back of the ram up?
We lost the tension strap.
Almost go to body. Oh, camera's close. Almost smashed that mic. Yeah, you're good there. We're way more than enough height. No need. Keep it tight. Keep it tight.
Keep it tight.
Pause.
Pause.
So we forgot, huh?
Catching us slipping.
You ain't gonna catch us, boys and girls. You ain't gonna catch us. We got our stand behind us. We'll lift up the motor, place it into the engine stand, and we're pretty much done for today.
We're good.
Ready? Bring that engine stand and see how much height you need. Think of it like that. No, it's right there. Behind you. Put it next to you. Talk about it. Love it when a plan comes together. Love it when a plan comes together. Remind me about the camera trap. I don't want to smash it.
Nah, I think you got some good. There you go.
Chacho, Chacho, Kangri.
I'm gonna be proud of this one.
Ang tuta, maricón.
My fucking boy Kangri.
I love you, Kangri. I don't know if you're watching. Yeah, I get it. Here, shorter side. 17 back. Good to go. Golden. Look at that excess coolant in that block just leak out, Trap. Because we're gonna wash this thing up. We're gonna really take care of our boy here. He's treated us well.
Yeah, we owe it.
Nah, we owe our boy here. But we've got a lot of cleaning up to do. We really don't like working like this, so we'll end up using one of the dirty buckets, wash this out, squeegee out the floor. But I mean, it's been a great day. It's been a great day. It's been working. Everything's on point. Our magnets here.
Dyno time. In no time.
Dyno time in no time. Dyno time in no time. Everything's organized. We put everything inside bins. Everything is inside the car. It's out of the way. We should start taking apart this motor in a couple of days. We're going to make a run tomorrow, right, Trap?
Tri-State.
We're going to Tri-State
Stock
Motorsports in Stock Kings. We need to pick up a few things to get this upgrade possible, but PD is stripped. Motor's out. Transmission is out. We got a new clutch kit. It's going to be fun. I hope you guys enjoyed today's content. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. And that's about it. What do you need to tell them, Trap?
Like, comment, subscribe.